Good day, good day. It's your boy Betty, it's your man Markel Prines, Mr. RVADelivered.com. And in this video right here, family, we're back at it again with the OLSP system. And in this video specifically, we're talking about one of their premier tools, one of their newly launched tools. Depending on when you're watching this, today is December 8th, 2023. And what we're talking about today is OLSP's Mega Messenger. Now, in this video here, we're going to go through some details of this because I found that there's a lot of confusion as to how do you use this product. And there's a couple of different elements on here that you guys want to familiarize yourself with. And it could be a challenge at first understanding, and you may find yourself going back and forth trying to learn these things, but when it all clicks, you'll understand. Now, I just want to warn you guys, I got an understanding of how this app works, but in my explanation in this video, I may go back and forth because it is a little tricky until you actually, like I said, get the hang of it. So not only is this video here to educate you guys on how to use the app itself and how it can be a benefit to you in building your business, but it's also a refresher for me so that I can reflect on this video also and learn and refresh on exactly what are the elements, what are the different segments, and how do you actually use this. So without further ado, we're right now on the Mega Messenger back office. Depending on, once again, when you're seeing this video, the current version of the Mega Messenger is 3.0.1. So starting from the top, we're going to start off in the tags section. So once again, just to recap, if you guys aren't familiar at all with what the Mega Messenger is, basically it's a tool that will allow you to automate your social media presence, mainly Facebook, when it comes to responding to messages and friend requests and being able to build your audience and being able to build your online list. So I know a lot of times in videos we talk about building an email list, but this right here will help you actually automate a system where you can build a messenger list, which can come in handy and be as valuable or even more valuable than an email list. So that's why I'm so excited by this, because it may not replace email marketing, but it can definitely be a great alternative to having to worry about sending out emails, constructing long emails, and just actually putting it in a more concise form and just a messenger where you can send it out to your audience. So basically this right here will automate, speed up, and enhance your follow-up kind of process and sequence. So let's get to it so that we don't make this video too long, because like I said, we're going to go back and forth a little bit and hopefully you get a clear understanding at the end. So tag section. Now tags, when they talk about tags are these things that basically, let's say for example, I'm going to use it in a real life situation so that you can understand and we can move through. Let's say I do a post on Facebook and I say, hey, I found a way to make money from home. Comment hustle below so that you can get my exclusive link so you can figure out the system that I'm using to make money from home. Now, hustle, that word right there, I can actually use that as a tag, or as you can see here, right here in the tag section that I already created a few, hustler. I created hustler as a tag. Now, that means that when someone comments in the post, hustler, it's going to start an automated process, which is going to send them a message of follow-up, letting them know the link that I want to share with them. So this is where the automation process comes in. So that right there alone will help a lot of people become more successful immediately, because depending on how many messages, responses you get on social media, just by having that one thing automated where someone can comment, and let's say you get 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 responses, you can't go through and respond to all of those people in a timely fashion. So this system here will actually respond to all of those people with, you know, this message that you're going to construct when they type in the keyword hustler. So I tested it out. I just used it, for example, on 2 of my contacts, right? So let's just go through this. And it's kind of hard to say really where to start out, but when I first started using this, I found that being in the tag section starting off there may not be the best place for you, depending on what you're using it for. So let me just say this: affiliate marketers, digital marketers, more than likely you're going to use this product or service to promote a product or service. So a link to a landing page or a product that you want to promote and sell and make money on. So since it's going to be a link that you're going to primarily be focused on promoting, I would advise that you start off in the links section. Get that section set up first so that you'll have all of your links ready. So for example, this is what you would do. You would click new link on that section. You would put in the URL as it states here. The custom URL is the URL you wish to use, so whatever your domain name. And then the title. Put a title for whatever that link is for whatever product or service you want to promote. Then you're going to put the target URL. That's the URL where it's actually going to take the person to when they click the link. And then right here, you're going to enter the tag name. So for example, right here, the drop down tab here says hustler. So right there, and like I said, it's a little back and forth because if you don't have your tag created already, this section right here won't be here. So even if you start to, let's say, get all your links together and start over here, you can start creating them. And maybe you might want to do the tag section first, or you might do the links section first, depending on, you know, just looking at this, because you're going to have to add what section, right? So just keep that in mind. So when you have all of your links listed here, that's going to make the rest of the process go a lot smoother. So let's go back to tags because we've got a lot to get through. Now I don't want to confuse you guys. So staying in the focus of this section here, we already have our tag word. We already know what we're going to use it for. Now we have to think about what are the messages that we're going to send. What are we going to actually say? Where we're going to construct that to actually send to our person, our new contact. So that's when you might get a little confused. So you'll see message templates and message segments. Now, I was just recently on a live training where I learned something very important and very helpful that's going to help you out. The difference between message templates and message segments. Now, let me just click on message templates. So in the message template, for example, I have one listed right here. And I'm just going to click on here so you can see how it's actually set up. So when I click on this, at the top it says edit message template. I started to type in, here is the link to our exclusive affiliate training system. And I put that message, and as you can see right here, it says mega link. That was the link that we have set up already, right? I want you to look down here also, because you're going to have some sections here, and I learned and understood the differences here. I want you to see these and keep this in mind, because we're going to go to another section and then we're going to tie it back into this section here. So you have global and then you have tag. So under global, if I pull that drop down tab, it'll say test variant 1, and that's because I already set something up just to make the demonstration here easier so you understand where each thing is going to land and where it's going to show up, right? So it says test variant 1. Under tag, it says no data, right? Okay. Next, you have variables. So under variables, you might be wondering, what is this? And you start pressing on this and it just says name, right? So what this actually means is the name tag. This is like another type of tag, as they may say. Let's say if you have a message to someone and you want to add their name to it. So you may not know your new contact's name, but you might have a message that says, hi, or as this one right here says, here is the link to your exclusive affiliate training system. After this, you might want to add that particular person that you sending it to. You might want to personalize this and include their name. So you may put a space here, and then if you double click on that and go in there, it's going to add that little tag. Now that right there is designed that when the messages go out, it's going to put the person's name in there automatically. Even though you don't know it, it's going to automatically know their name, and it's going to put their name in. So after system, it's going to have their name, so it's more personalized, and then it's going to have the link. So that one right there is pretty clear. I found that out. Canned responses. Now this one right here says the message will appear at the top of the list and displayed in the canned response. Now I'm not too sure exactly what that means, but basically canned messages, from what I know the definition of, is like basic messages that, you know, everyday regular messages that you send out, I believe. But that may be very important and may not be important, but you can actually put a check there just so that, you know, you can turn it on and it will appear at the top of the list. So that'll help it appear at the top of the list if we, you know, if that's important. I'm not sure exactly how that will benefit, but I guess we'll see going on down the line. Now, this section right here, add link, drop this down. Once again, it says mega link. This is how my mega link got placed up there. So once when I drop this tab down, I'm able to click on this and it's going to place that there. And then once when I save, that's going to complete this message. Now, this is where the difference comes in, you guys, and I figured it out earlier. And I did it with this section here. I'm going to go to this tag just for this purpose so that you can see and understand what I mean. So in this section here, right, we're in the message templates, and I have two messages here, right? And I'm gonna explain. This one right here is a regular automations message, a regular message template, so to speak, right? This one right here, test variant 1 friend request, remember seeing that in the previous section, right? This is over here. This right here is actually a segment, not a template. Now we're going to learn the difference, right? So when I click on that, I have it already listed in here. It says add new message segment. I'm going to edit this one so you can see exactly what it says, right? So this one right here, I titled it intro. So this segment is titled intro. Now, what I'm able to do, and just to let you guys know what this is, this will actually allow me to create variations of intros or posts or whatever it is that I want to send to my new leads or my new found friends. It'll allow me to not be so repetitive. So if I want to send a message to 100 people, instead of me sending the same message to 100 people, this system right here will allow me to create variants. I can actually create as many variants. Well, I wouldn't say as many variants, but you know, within reason. Let's say we want to create 5 variants of introducing ourselves. So we have the title for this segment, and in our segment, we're going to have different variations. So if I wanted to add a new variation, I would say, let's see. I'm glad to connect with you. And then all I would do is click add variant. Now that is right there. Now I'm not going to use that, so I'm going to click X. I'm going to close that out because it doesn't fit in the sequence that I want here. But what that means is once when I press save, this message segment is saved here and I can use it. Now let's go back to the main section again, right? So let's say, for example, I'm here and I'm thinking that, okay, in this particular group, let me pull up my Facebook. Okay, you guys, so we're back. I'm on this particular Facebook groups members page, and this is how it'll look. You'll see this icon, this section up here for the Mega Messenger Group Friender. Once when you see this up here, right, you'll see it'll have category 1, and you can either pick, you're going to friend request administrators and moderators, or members with things in common, or people that are new to the group. So you're going to click which ones you want, uncheck whichever ones you don't. Now in this section here, you're going to choose a tag. So let's say, for example, you drop that tab down and we want to choose from whatever tags that we have set up. So let's say I click on the Internet Jet Set, tag, which we created specifically for this group. Now this section right here goes over the number of requests we're going to send out, the position at which we're going to start from sending them, and the send interval. So once again, this right here is how many people we're going to send a request out. Once when we press that start button, it's going to send a request out to 5 people. Now the start from is where it's actually going to be down here, and I don't want to expose people's information and names of who's in these private groups, but it'll show a list of them, and you'll be able to start from what position. So if you want to start from 0 from the beginning, or if you want to start from 10 and go down the list from there, so you pick where. Then this right here says, okay, send interval. This is how many seconds in between you want to wait before the system is actually going to send a new message. So after every message request sent, it's going to wait 20 to 25 seconds, send another one, and so on and so forth. This right here is handy because, of course, the 2 sections, or the main section that you're going to really focus on, is the choose tag. So once when we have that selected, we press start, and it's going to start sending the message. So let's go back over to Messenger. So now that we're back over to Messenger, and I told you guys that I already did a test, it sent out 5 messages. We're going to come back over to the message template section, because this is where I got a little confused at first. I didn't know what it was actually going to send. So originally, just like in the hustler section, I only had one of these. I had this right here, which I created using the message template section, right? So I'm like, okay, where's the message at? How do I find that? All right, so I'm back on the Facebook page, right? So all I did was click on my chat section, and it has my chats. It shows that these messages were sent. So this is confirmation that the tool itself works. It's sent from its end, and it shows up on your Facebook. So we're just going to click on it, any person, any of the last people we messaged, to see what the message is. So the message says, hey, I noticed we are both in the Internet Jet Set SAS group. Okay, so we know that that's the message that actually got sent, right? Let's go back over to the Messenger and figure out what we should have done and how we can make this a little bit better, right? Okay, so back over to the Messenger. We're going to go back to the tags, right? So once again, if I was to add a message template, I can write my own message, or I can simply click on the test variant, add that in there. It'll have the messages from that. Or I can add the intro, add the template, and it'll have the messages from that. So this right here, test variant, is what's listed there, right? Test variant. So let's go to global segments, right? And see what it says there. You see the title says test variant 1 friend request. You can add more segments in global. And here is what would be listed in that segment. These are the 2 introductions. On this one, I created for if someone comment on a post, let's say in the tag section, they comment hustler. In the global segment section, I created a segment for when they do that comment, it's going to automatically respond to them in that comment saying thanks for commenting, check your messenger for the link, so to speak, right? For whatever I want to send them. That's global. Now, when it says global, that means that global segments can be used across any of the tags. That's what global means. It can be used across all. Now, message segments is only for that particular tag. So keep that in mind. Now, let's move on to the next section here, if we can. Hopefully that was understandable for you guys, so that you have an idea of what is actually being sent out. And just to clarify one more time, this is how you would actually make sure of which one is going out. You see this right here, it says select default message for sending friend requests. This one right here was, since it was the only one there before, this is what was sent. So all I have to do is just press this right here. Now going forward, since that one is checked, that one's listed as the default. If I was to go back to that Facebook group and press start again, it's going to send the test variant messages. So it's going to send one of those two variant messages, one of these two messages here. And I just noticed something while I was doing this, right? I noticed something. I actually added the wrong thing in my demonstration of what I was trying to do. I actually added what test variant 1, right, which is from the global segments. What I really meant to add was the message segments, which is the intro one, because we just want to introduce ourselves to the people in the group, right? So hi and hey, those are the things we want to say when we first get started. So I put the wrong template there, right? So let me go into the edit, and I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that from that, because we don't want the global segment messages, because it doesn't fit as an introductory message. We're going to go over here to the tag message segment, intro, save. All right, now that's there, and it'll be sending from the options of messages that's in here. Hopefully that's clear. Now, I'm not even going to go into the campaign section yet, because I just looked into that. I'm not sure exactly what the campaigns do, but assuming me thinking about email marketing and how campaigns work in email marketing, I'm thinking like automatic sequences and things like that. So that's something I'll have to learn a little bit more about, because a campaign would be awesome. In my mind, I'm thinking if we start a conversation with the person and they respond back to us, we can have automated messages respond back, so that we never have to directly be there to answer and respond to our messages again, and be able to have completely automated business. Now, with that, what I want to do, I want to end this video so that it's not too long. I'm going to do another video so that we can continue on this journey to learn about the other sections of this app, this amazing app. We actually want to go into the engages section, because this is where a lot of the powerful features of the tool lies, and it's going to help you out immensely with your business. But once again, if you want to continue on this journey with me and my team, learning the skills necessary to build a profitable business online, offline, or however you want. Basically, we're going to give you all the tools and all the skills necessary so that you can be as profitable as possible. And that's the only way that you're going to be successful. Now, once again, 99% of people who try to make money online, they never make a dime. And that's usually due to a few different things. Now, some of the things we've covered already, and a lot of those things we're going to cover in the future. So make sure that you like, share, subscribe, follow, no matter what platform you guys are on. Basically, the information I'm going to provide to you is going to be helpful so that you can get from point A to point Z, and we're going to keep rocking out. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, make sure that you put those questions or concerns in the comments. Send me a direct message. If you're not already a part of the OLSP system, make sure you click the link in the description of the video if there's a link there, or the link in my bio, so that you can actually start learning these skills. It's only $7, you guys, so that's less than the cost of a meal, and it's going to give you everything that you need to get started, and you can't beat it. So we have the trainings, we have the tools, you have me. And once again, just to give you guys my intro, good day, good day. It's your boy, better yet your man, Markel Prines, Mr. RVADelivered.com, the entrepreneur that all the gurus will soon learn to hate. No suit, no tie, no college degree, but we still make money from home, and so can you. I'll see you guys on the inside.